Alright lads and lasses, I'm Eccentric Racer, and I'm here on Forza 4 for another part of King of the Mountain. Now last time, we sent this Mercedes-Benz 190e up the hill, and it became the slowest car up the hill, unfortunately. However, I also noticed another thing as well. We've heard, well I think this is like part 5, and we've not sent a single American car, so I thought I'd change that today. It did take me a little while to think. I was actually tempted to send this, the Corvette Monza, up, but I decided, I decided to go a little bit quicker than that, and I decided to end up going for, that's a little bit too far, this, the C6 ZR1. I do actually have high hopes for this thing. I honestly do think this will be able to take down, well, or get very close to taking the lead from this. So let's get to building it. Now, advantage, well I suppose a little bit of an advantage and disadvantage is I already start off in S-Class, so it's already, well at the minute, its baseline is a good handling car. Of course I can't put on any any front aero. I can put on rear aero, but not front aero as well. Race tyres I'm going to put on. What have we got tyre width wise? We go up to 355s compared to the usual 335s, and at the front we can have 385s instead of 285s. Honestly, I think I'm fine with the 285s. I think they're going to be big enough. Like gearbox, I'm going to leave out for the time being, For the time being. Obviously, I'm going to want a diff. I'm going to want suspension, all that good stuff. Now, this car weighs 3,300 pounds, so it is on the heavier side. I can put on sport weight reduction. It takes it to 3,075. But I'm gonna have no PI. I think I'm gonna leave that out. I think I'm going to go with a little bit of power. What engines? Oh, I can't swap the engine. Twin turbo? No, I'm gonna leave the supercharger in it. I'm going to put in race exhaust, take out a nice chunk of weight. Can I? No, the supercharger is slightly heavier. Right, okay. So I'm going for you. I'm going to go for some valves and pistons. Right, okay. Do I really want to do it this way? Or do I want to take out... I think, really... Oh, I can't take off more of the driveline. No, I'm not going to be able to do it with the clutch. And no in hell I'm going to do it with the driveline. So, this is the Chevrolet build. Pretty quick one, you know, not the most amount of room for upgrades, but it's got 701 horsepower, 664 foot-pounds of torque, about, well, 3,270-ish pounds, but it is on race tyres, big race tyres at that. With, like I said, I've got 355s at the back, so we've got some meaty tyres on this thing, so hopefully, now, I honestly reckon this will be a good car. The ZR1, especially in later Forzas, has been a very strong car. So I'm hoping that even back here in Forza 4, it was a strong car here. Well, there's only one way to find out. Okay, here we are, our Fujimi Kaido, the new hill climb, trying to beat that Skyline R32. The current leader, that I've already just said the name, has set a 433.217. At the minute, it is the only other car to actually go faster than that Group B Quattro with a 436.967. I honestly think this Corvette might be able to do it. It's got good power. It's okay on the way. It's just a little bit under a ton and a half, or that'd be 3,300. Yeah, so it's under a ton and a half, and it does have 701 horsepower on 355s at the back. So I honestly think this might stand a chance beating that Quattro. Oh, sorry. I apologise if I just disgusted everyone, but I think this stands a good chance at giving the Skyline a run for its money. Of course, the Skyline's going to have the advantage of four-wheel drive stability, four-wheel drive launch, whereas this is not going to have that. It is also very oversteery, so I need to be a little bit careful on the power. Yes, it might have big race tyres, but, you know, they're still having to put up with a decent chunk of power. Heading up to the first couple of corners here. It's a little bit understeery as I'm trying to find where the grip is in this thing. The acceleration on it, though, is glorious. It is a seriously good accelerating car, this. Getting actually big airtime through that little S section. Again, just a little bit of understeer. However, it's nothing too bad. Nothing that a little bit of careful throttle control and whatnot can't handle. Right, heading up to a couple of the hairpins now. This awful double apex one. Oh, it's going to unsettle the Corvette just a little bit. But the Corvette is actually, well, it's pretty composed at the minute. I'm actually really liking how this drives. It's better than the 190E. I'm going to get a massive slide through there, though. That's not going to be conducive to a good lap time. Is conducive to a show-off lap time, but again, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for speed over style. This isn't PGR. Anyway, ending up now towards the 4 hairpins. We might be able to carry good speed. We're carrying decent speed. This is where the Skyline is probably going to show its advantage with the four-wheel drive stability. Getting up this section here. Oh, come on. Come on, Corvette. The low speed is struggling a little bit, but not as much as that 190E or the Leon Super Cup or the 037 for that matter. This is the more planted car I've driven at the minute. Good acceleration as well, good handling. Again, we're just going to understeer a little bit. Was the speed like? Yeah, we're not quite flat through there, but about 111 miles an hour. It's a little bit lower than what the 190E was capable of, but it is, well, it is easier to drive. We're towards the 50% hairpin now, this left-hander. Ooh, come on, Corvette. That was a, I don't think that was a smart move putting it down in the first there, I will admit. The acceleration, though, for a rear-wheel drive car is insane as we're heading up now towards the second tunnel. Sounds very good, this car, actually. It sounds really, really, really good. Go up through these left-handers here. I'm going to leave it in second, try and keep the car, just keep the car a little bit more stable. There we go, that's a little bit better. Might sacrifice a bit of acceleration, but if I'm able to get the power down better, I'm going to gain more time that way. Okay, again, just slamming on the brakes, heading up towards the waterfall car park. Oh, I turned in a little bit too much early there. Too much early? You know what I meant. But the back end just stepping out a little bit. Unfortunately, this car's not as stable as I'm liking. I thought it would be a lot more stable, but honestly, I think rear-wheel drive just isn't going to quite cut it, unfortunately, up here. I think four-wheel drive is just going to be too good, really, to, well, be beaten. I mean, to be honest, it does make sense. I am doing a hill climb, so you kind of do want four-wheel drive and whatnot. Rallying taught us that. Well, Audi taught us that, really. Oh, come on. And then Lancia did it with rear-wheel drive, and a lot of cheating. Cleverly, but still cheating. Right, the main strength of the Corvette is, well, the acceleration of it is immense. Are we going to do more than 139 miles an hour up here? Probably not, actually. No. 139 miles an hour. Oh, that is way too late on the brakes. Actually... Oh, I've blocked them. Oh, that did not actually like to go on the brakes. Okay, the brakes aren't as strong. Because I can't actually upgrade them, that was the thing. I can't actually upgrade the brakes. Right, this run is a pretty scrappy run. I honestly think the only cars that are going to beat that R32 are now going to be four-wheel drive. Oh, come on. Come on, Corvette. That is a massively... That's a scrappy run, that. Absolutely scrappy. I should be able to get more than a 444. Well, almost a 445 out of the C6 ZR1. I know there's more in it. I just need to be a little bit more careful with the power. A little bit more... I need to be a little bit braver. Also carefuler with the power. There is a lot of power doing something that, you know, that isn't its strong point. So it's really interesting, this. Come on. Okay, a little bit much better through that section, and through the first tunnel. The acceleration, like I said though, it is actually pretty good with this thing. Oh, come on, make it. That was, again, driver error. I'm making a few mistakes in this car, and it's going to cost it time. Not because of the car's fault, because of me. Okay, that was a little bit of the car's back end just letting go there. I need to be careful with the power. First gear, I don't really want to use. Like the, you know, that revs up to, well, you know, it goes up to about 60 miles an hour. Like a little bit over 60 miles an hour. So really, as soon as I go into that, I'm going to get this huge sudden flux of power. And that's going to unsettle the car more. No, I tried to get a little bit of slip angle through there, but it's just not quite having it. Oh, come on. And come on, Corvette. Try and get you through. Yeah, I think really rear-wheel drive is too much of a disadvantage up here compared to the four-wheel drive cars. I think there might need to be some balance changes, or you know, or just make every single car four-wheel drive, but I don't really know if I want to do that, to be honest. I don't know. There might be something. There might be a rear-wheel drive car that will prove me wrong. But this run is also it's a little bit scrappy at the start. I am keeping the Corvette a lot more planted through the four hairpins. Just be careful. I need to get the car cleanly onto the power. I don't really want to waste a lot of time spinning the wheels, because that's just going to cost me time. Oh, turning in a little bit too early again. But the back end just does not quite have the grip. Have to be really careful through the wall chicane there, because the back end just is not quite there. It's just not as planted as I would have liked. 50% hairpin now. I don't really know how this one is comparing. Right, come on, get up the hill. Again, massive 11s going up it, but it's not really what I'm wanting to do, going through the second tunnel now. I mean, to be honest, so far, this is the best sounding car. No question of a lie. Then followed by the Audi, because, well, iconic Audi 5-cylinder. You can't go wrong with the Audi Quattro. Come on, get it up the hill though. Enough about engine noises. Let's focus about getting this car cleanly up the mountain through the Warfall car park. Hopefully, keep the back end just a little bit more planted this time. I do indeed. Again, if I could just sacrifice a little bit of acceleration for stability, I might be able to get a little bit more time. Oh, the back end just does not like that. It just lets go a little bit too... Just lets go a little bit too much there. I'm just asking quite a lot, and it just can't quite give. Come on, though. We can get it up. We can get it up there. I just got to get a little bit of understeer as well. Getting through those little S part. Being careful on the power. Need to be more careful than that. Right, okay. Slam onto the brakes and we now fire it up the hill. Come on, Corvette. Let's use all of that 700 horsepower. Getting up to about 130. I'm going to need to go on the brakes. Yeah, the brakes on this thing aren't quite there. However, this run is feeling a little bit more like it. I can probably rely on first gear a little bit more than I was thinking. The gear 1 actually goes on for a little bit longer than I actually initially thought. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have to shift it down the first there. Yeah, okay. I can rely on first gear a lot more than initial thought. Right, the question is though, it is going to do a 442 dead. And I don't mean, like, exactly dead. That's amazing. Right. Ooh. Honestly, I was expecting more from the Corvette. But, now that I've found out, I can rely on the first gear a little bit more. I'm going to be able to push it a little bit harder for its final attempt. Honestly, I might... it's 3 seconds away from that all 37. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat that car. Oh, a lot of understeer into turn 1 though. A little bit of oversteer. Oh, come on. I'm now pushing way too hard. Right. Come on. Oh, tiny bit of oversteer there. Had to try and catch it. I'm going to understeer wide. I'm going to put it in the first. Just get it out the corner. Just a little bit too unstable there. Oh, come on. Come on, Corvette. Come on. Let's get you through these corners. There we go. That's more like it. Be able to do something about it. I'm going to put you down in the first. Actually, much better onto that corner this time. Rather than just trying to slip angle my way through it. Just keep the car nice and planted through it. I'm going to be able to carry more speed. As I, you know, try and keep wrestle the car. Just got to try and wrestle it. And keep it going in a nice orderly straight line. I'm going to turn in a little bit too early. That's not good. That's going to just kick the back end out. Losing a lot of time there. Come on. Actually suffers from a lot of understeer, this thing. Interesting. Well, I thought of had a little bit more turning than it does. Oh, come on. No, that's not what I wanted. I don't want the wheels to be spinning. I want them to be planted. I want them just to have grip, but it's not happening. I think the car's bottoming out a little bit. I can see it over the bumps. Right, come on, though. Let's get you up to the water chicane. Carry good speed. Carry good speed. There we go. Actually carrying much better speed this time. Gonna stamp on the brakes, heading up towards the right-hander, then the 50% hairpin. We are halfway there now. I don't know whether this is a better run or not. I do think it is. I'd hope so. Don't want to give this Corvette too much discredit. It is seriously doing well. It's not as nice to drive as I thought, but now that I've sort of learnt this car a little bit more, I am sort of getting a little bit more comfortable with how it is driving. Come on, let's get you up. Oh, come on, let's get up these hills. And there we go. Going up through. Ooh. There we go. We are through the waterfall car park there. It's not the waterfall chicane. That was a little bit earlier on in the track. We are seriously fighting our way up the mountain. Come on. Ooh. the first gear is actually, it's actually a pretty good first gear for this, for the Fujimi Kaido new uphill, I will admit. Oh, that was a big mistake. I shifted and turned in. That's going to just unsettle the car a little bit. There we go. I'm just making sure the car is settled so I can get through these corners. I'm going to have to... Oh my god, massive understeer. But now we're onto the straight. Let's put all of that 700 horsepower down. Come on. Can we beat a 442, sorry. We might be able to do something. Let's just get it through. There we go. Up the mountain we go. Oh, come on. I'm going to have to shift down the first. The tyres are just losing grip. Tyres are just losing grip. I'm not going to be beating that all-37. Am I going to beat a 442? No, I'm not. It's going to be a 442.4. Right, okay. So, I did not beat the benchmark. Nowhere near the benchmark. Didn't even beat the all-37 either. However, it does go faster than the Leon Super Cup and the 190E. Though not by much, but it is enough to put it into a 4th place. So, as you can see, I have decided to swap the leaderboard ever so slightly. To be honest, it did just feel unfair to compare the 2-wheel drive cars to the 4-wheel drive cars. The 4-wheel drive cars are just so much quicker than the rear-wheel drive cars that, to be honest, it just seems fair to have 2 separate leaderboards. So from this series onwards, we are now going to have 2-wheel drive leaderboard and a 4-wheel drive leaderboard. So the 2-wheel drive leaderboard looks like this: the all-37 with a 438.983. It is mild. It is the fastest by quite a mile compared to the other 3 cars, all of them hanging in the 442s. The Chevrolet, though, is going to take 2nd place with a 442 dead. I was hoping a little bit more from that ZR1, I will admit. I was thinking that the wider rear tyres, the nice big rear tyres, especially if they're racing slicks as well, would be able to keep that car a little bit more under control, really, than it actually was. The car also as well suffered from quite a bit of understeer. So yeah, it just unfortunately did not work out as well as I would hope for the Corvette. I honestly think it's a little bit of a shame, to be honest. I was hoping a little bit more for that car, but it just didn't work. It just did not, unfortunately, quite have the grip. It is the same issue with the 190E. Up there, they feel like they should be quicker than really they are, but they're just not easy enough to drive, so you can get that speed. Anyway, that is going to be it from me. I do hope you enjoyed. If you did, do the stuff the YouTube algorithm likes. As well, if you link in the description, if you want to join my Discord, say hello there. Maybe you want to suggest a car for me to throw up this mountain. Leave a comment, or go to the or like I said, go on my Discord and leave a comment there as well. Tell me what car you'd like to see go up next. However, that's going to be it from me, and until next time, ciao for now.